I kind of wanted to start this video out too with sort of a challenge, I guess, to you who are members of the World Mission Society Church of God. And honestly, like I'm not sure how many of you that are members are actually watching these videos. I'm kind of learning, and I think this says something about your guys' group, but so many of you that are members of the church, basically any member that's commenting on these videos, or commenting on we have an Instagram, we have an Instagram profile, so we're posting stuff on there, and we're getting members that are commenting. What I'm finding is that members are not really watching these videos. Many of them, I would say probably most of them, but yet they are, accusing us of blasphemy and false teaching and false doctrine, and warning us of going to hell and all sorts of things, which members are saying to us in comments. But yet I'm finding, I asked a guy today or yesterday, a guy who was commenting and sort of accusing us of things, of teaching false doctrine. And I just asked him, I said, did you watch the video? Did you watch the video that I posted that you're commenting about? And he said, never. That was his reply. He said, never. And he said he doesn't want to support our videos by giving us views, which I get that, but at the same time, that's hypocritical. If there's somebody who's saying things against our views that contradict our views, that say that what me and Jesse believe is a lie, we're not just going to go and it's kind of shows it's coming from a place of ignorance, really, to just immediately say you're false, you're wrong, and start accusing, saying you're going to hell and all this when you haven't even heard what we have to say.
I want to capitalize on that. It comes to my mind. One of the guys we had met with a lot, I remember we showed up to one of the meetings, and we had been on the website because we were like, well, let's really study who these guys are, what they believe. So we went to the website they sent me the link to. And I remember us quoting things from this website, and he was almost offended and said, how do you guys know so much? And we said, well, we went to your website and we were reading your stuff. And then he just looked at us and said, wow, you guys would have rejected Jesus. And so for some reason that comes to my memory, and I want to challenge even members now who maybe if that's your go-to, is that you hear us challenging and you instantly think these guys are Pharisees, or you're told by your leader, maybe at your church, anybody who challenges, they're like the Pharisees. And I agree with Jordan. Like, my challenge would be, we're seeking truth. So we went to the website, we've studied, we have the books right here. And so, it shows that you're not actually, you could say you're seeking the truth, but if you're not even willing to hear us out, listen to the video, and your first instinct is to attack, I would go as far to say that's more pharisaical than studying.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, another thing I'm getting members' comments that they're saying repeatedly is saying, just go study with the church. Like, if you would just go to a Bible study, you would understand, and your blind eyes would be open. I'm getting those comments over and over in the past couple days. And so what I've been telling people is we went to, like, what was it, over an hour Bible study on a Saturday night
by the deacon or whoever
by the leader of the church. I don't know what the and we sat through that. We asked questions. We had a dialogue. We've met. Multiple times we've sat down in coffee shops with members for hours and listened to their side, listened to basically a Bible study. We've sat in on Bible studies with them and had conversations, and so I'm saying that to say that we are trying to listen fairly to what you guys believe and accurately represent what you believe. We're not just hearing you say something like, hearing offhand bits about what you believe in your doctrine and then making videos about it. We're trying to understand what you truly believe and whether there's any way it can actually line up with the Bible or not. And what we've found from actually doing the homework of going to Bible studies, talking to members, is that it doesn't. And so that's a long way of saying we're challenging you guys as members who I hope you're watching these videos. If you're not, please don't comment and accuse and attack until you've at least taken the time to hear what we're saying, because you're attacking and you're accusing of different things, but yet none of you are actually ever responding to the arguments we're giving in the video. The videos we're making. We've made multiple, many videos now, and use many scriptures to show why the World Mission Society doctrine is not true, but yet we're not getting members who are actually coming and listening to those arguments and saying, but wait a minute, here's actually the truth, and here's what you're misunderstanding. What we're getting is just accusations and name calling and threats and stuff like that. And so that says a lot about, I would say that says a lot about your church. It says a lot about why is it that the majority of your members, that's the way you respond, that you guys aren't really thinking analytically. You're not really, we could go on and on about that, and we're not saying that to accuse. That's just a sincere encouragement and exhortation to from
the depths of our heart. We just it's not we're better than you. It's more just it's obvious, it's written. You can read the comments and watch when Great Light Studios responds to some and see how the question's never answered and it always moves to something else. And we were just watching a testimony of a guy who was in there for 15 years and he's just left the church, and he even said you have to make sure you stay on point when you're talking to the World Mission Society. So even an ex-member is saying, we're really good at changing the subject and not answering the question. So it's a loving critique to say, answer the question, and then we'll move on to the next thing you wanna talk about.
Exactly.